Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Monday evening. Are we going to make it to November? In other words, are we going to hold together as a society, as a country, until the election? I'll delve into that because I have some doubts. I have some concern, many concerns, but I'll go into that. Also, some other breaking news that I will share here in case you hadn't heard about it. Also, I have a very good passage that I am going to share that will definitely resonate with most, if not all of you. So it'll make you feel a little better. I promise. So stay tuned for that. Ella chose to come up and visit right before I started recording. Are you tired? How you doing? Did you have a good day? How was your day? You want to talk about it? What do you think about what's going on in the world? Can you give us your assessment? Hmm? Are you worried? You think we're gonna be fine? Yeah. Okay. All's all's well in Ella world, right? Is all well in your world? Yeah. You want to go bother Teddy? Go bother Teddy. You want to go outside? You can go outside. Yeah. Mom's still outside. Yeah, you want to go out there? I'm gonna be busy here, okay? All right. I'm gonna let you down. Go pester Teddy. He probably deserves it. All right. Thanks for visiting. So, as I said, I'm gonna cover some other things as well. The tornadoes, I know I mentioned it briefly yesterday, but I just didn't know it was that widespread. I was thinking just Nebraska, but it's Oklahoma. I think parts of Texas, but Nebraska and Oklahoma, man, that footage I've seen, I've been watching, just whole neighborhoods just destroyed. Warehouses destroyed, businesses, neighborhoods, you name it. Cars, traffic along a highway. It looked like a nuke landed or something. It's bad, and it says that there are more storms probably are coming this week. And I know it's spring, I know it's tornado season, but it always seems like the heartland, right in the middle of the country, seems to really bear the brunt of a lot of stuff. And I know it's kind of traditionally that way, but still, I can't help it. My tinfoil hat gets on pretty tight sometimes, and it just seems like that part of the country is just really, really gets hit hard. You know, so Teddy agrees. All right, Charlotte, North Carolina. What in the world? What in the world happened to Charlotte, North Carolina? Multiple police were shot. Shannon Park neighborhood. No idea where that is. I guess it's near Charlotte. A huge law enforcement presence. This started earlier this afternoon. They had to call out SWAT. Apparently, U.S. Marshals were serving a warrant, and at least it sounds like two people opened fire on them. Three U.S. Marshals dead, numerous others and police injured. They did kill the shooter, just serving a warrant. And it seems like whenever these things happen, it's involving a warrant, at least a lot of these types of scenarios. And I don't know. I mean, are these guys protected enough? I mean, I know they probably wear a bulletproof vest, but gee whiz, I don't know. Something needs to change in their training. I don't know. Maybe arm them better. I guess you can get ambushed no matter what, though, you know? But that's a shame. It's a shame. Society is just out of control. And it seems like on multiple levels and multiple ways, our society is just spiraling. It's in a spiral. It's been in a slow spiral, and it could be picking up. I really think so. Going to the protesters slash agitators slash rioting, it's just crazy. I forget which college it was. It might have been Columbia. I don't know. A lot of this is centered around Columbia University, but a Jewish student. He was wearing a Star of David necklace, and he in a group of these anti-Israeli protesters physically were preventing him from getting to his class and where his dorm. And he was saying this on the video. He was being careful not to force it and get into a physical altercation. Good on him. He didn't do that. He had his hands up and was saying, they are preventing me from getting to where I need to go, where I pay tuition. I pay tuition to this university, and I'm unable to go to class to go get where I need to be on this university. I'm being held back by other people. Some of them might have been students, they may not have been. I don't know. They were all wearing masks, covering up their face like cowards. I believe it's a test run. This is all a test run for the summer. You just watch. Now Columbia, Yale, Harvard, mostly these Ivy League places. What a bunch of idiots! How'd they get into school? You know, and so and get this, they're calling for amnesty. So in other words, a lot of them are starting to get, or I don't know about expelled, but it said a lot of them are getting, maybe getting expelled. They should be expelled, and the faculty that get involved should be fired. But it sounds like a lot of them are getting suspended. But a lot of the students are saying that have been involved in this are saying, we demand amnesty. In other words, since I'm a student and since I have left class, I've abandoned my classes, I've gone out here, I've destroyed property, I've inhibited and prevented other students from getting to where they need to be. I've taken over parts of the campus, barricaded myself into places, not following the orders of law enforcement. You should you should just let me still pass my grades, have the grades to pass and graduate. Oh, by the way, just let me graduate. Oh, and no criminal charges. That'd be like me when I was at the University of Georgia on the campus down there in Athens. If I destroyed property and threatened people, called for violence against a people, a race of people, and oh, by the way, and I hadn't been to class, but I demand that you give me the grades to still pass and graduate. I mean, what, what, I don't, what kind of world is this? Do they just think that's just going to happen? It might happen to these places. I don't know. It's unreal. If I were an employer, I'd never hire somebody that was involved in this stuff if I could ever find out if they did. If I found out, when you get, especially these young folks, well, everybody, when you are trying to get a job, they're not just going to call references if they even do that. But they're going to, what's the first thing they're going to do? They're going to look on social media. They're going to look for videos of you. What are you up to? Who are your friends? They do that. They do that. Of course they do that. And if I saw something like this, nope, no way, Jose. Suspended. They should be expelled. Staff should be fired. You're fired, is what they should say to them. Calling for violence. Can you imagine if you went out and called for violence against any other race of people? What would happen? You can imagine what would happen, wouldn't you? It's a dry run. This is a ramp up to what is coming because it's very well organized. They're all got the same size, color tints out there. You know what's going on there. Layoffs. I saw this story. It was shared with me by a subscriber. Said that according to a recent survey, 43% of small businesses are unable to pay rent in full. This was conducted in April this month. Due to economic headwinds, this is the highest delinquency rate since March of 2021 during the health crisis. This is according to a Bloomberg report. It's pretty reliable. 43% now, that's a pretty big number. 43% of small businesses can't pay their bills, can't pay the rent. You know what's coming, don't you? This is the collapse of many small businesses that is in progress in real time right now. This will lead to a deepening of unemployment And they say unemployment is like 3% or something like that. You know that's a bunch of BS. You know that's a bunch of squeeze, a bunch of dog squeeze. We know this. Among firms that started their businesses after the pandemic, 60% are making less revenue than 1 year ago. Rising costs coupled with declining revenue. 34% say they have maybe 1 month or less cash on hand. That's a pretty high percentage too, if you really think about it. 34%, only 1 month or less cash flow. Many are in trouble. There's a lot of rumblings about banks being in trouble. I haven't took a deep dive on that one yet, but small businesses are in big time trouble. Understandably, under the last few years, they can't make it. I'm hearing from people that that are working, that are many people that they are expecting possible layoff to be laid off this year or next, probably this year. Many of them are from in the tech world or in the financial industry, financial. They expect layoffs. A lot of them cite just streamlining the companies. They can see it coming. It's not like the companies are saying you're going to be laid off, but if you have a brain and you see what's going on and you pay attention to what's going on, you can see that with artificial intelligence, uh, technological improvements, streamlining efforts equal less humans. Don't need as many humans to do the job, and they see this coming. Many layoffs are coming. If you're working, do not quit. Do not quit your job. You could have a crappy job. Keep that crappy job till you find something else. Then quit the crappy job. All right. It's hard to believe how many people will just quit, say, I'll find something. That's too big of a risk to take in this economy, or any economy, especially in this economy. Keep your job. With any job, there are aspects of it that they're not fun. That's why they call it work. But if you enjoy most aspects of your job, keep your job. Now, if you just really desire to leave, start looking while you're still working. It's easier to find a job while you're working too. It looks better. But don't give up. Network, network, network. A lot of people will spend hours and hours just looking on Indeed or just online. A lot of that just goes through a black hole. I mean, you never see any, you never hear anything. Tell everybody that you're looking to make improvements, you're looking to advance, you're looking to get a better job, you're looking to upgrade. Chances are somebody knows somebody that needs somebody. Okay. So as much as you can, network. All right. Most people get hired because of somebody they know, or somebody they know that they know somebody. Okay. All right. I hear from a lot of people that they see a lot of job postings, but then when they go through the process, they'll even get interviewed and all, and just nothing happens. I hear a lot of that too. I don't know what these companies are doing. It seems like a lot of companies will just keep postings out there for job openings, but they never hire anybody. I don't know what that's about. And a lot of times I like to look at what's going on in my industry and see, and some other industries, others that I've been in, just to see what's out there, seeing what's being paid, what's being offered, and the ones that do post salary ranges. It's unbelievable, especially with inflation the way it's been. I mean, they want the CO and the CFO kind of work for minimum wage. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I'm like, wait a minute. According to this, look at this job description that you just put out there, and then you gonna offer that wage? Oh man, heck no. No, no. Who's taking that? I'm seeing a lot of that though. A lot of that. I hear from that. I hear other people say the same thing. I don't know. Are we gonna make it though? Are we gonna? I mean, are we gonna make it to intact to November? I don't know. Um, Russia put out a warning, or at least a spokesman for Putin put out this big old warning today, warning to United States, France, and the UK that if NATO sends troops into Ukraine to defend Ukraine, they will bury NATO, specifically United States, France, and UK, with nuclear missiles. Said they will hit all the decision maker locations for these countries. And it said that the UK will sink into the ocean. Okay. All right then. All righty then. Have a nice day. Yeah, a lot of threats being thrown. I can't remember a time, y'all. I can't remember a time, and I followed current events since way back in my young years. I can't remember a time when there was so much threats and vile venom and from nations and the media. I don't. There's just no. It seems like, where did diplomacy go? If there's any diplomacy at all, it's certainly not talked about. That's kind of scary. And the thing about it is, a lot of people have just gotten numb to this because they hear this and these threats and like, I just saying it again, dog. Well, one day it's going to happen. Okay, that's just the way history is. If we look at, that's what happens. Said that that Russia has been stocking nuclear weapons in Belarus and Kaliningrad. That's right in the heart of Europe, y'all. Europe would have no warning of these missiles. It would be virtually no warning if they were to get attacked with these things. God forbid. Heaven help us. Again, will we make it to November? I don't know. I mean, it seems like I said, society is kind of spiraling. There's so much going on. I think we could be one big event from things just really going so tilt that it just goes right off the edge, y'all. It just goes completely sideways, and we are in completely uncharted waters. And that could happen before November. It could happen right after it too, though, or during it. But we have a little time now. Keep on your preps. Keep on your preps, okay? Don't let up. As much as your budget, don't bust your budget, of course, but do what you can. Little at the time, it adds up. It adds up. It really does. Okay, I've just kind of went off about that. Let me go to the passage because it's a good one. All right, it is in Mark, the book of Mark. Well, let me get to it. The book of Mark, chapter 6. Let's see, where are we? I gotta find my place now. The book of Mark, chapter 6, going over to starting in verse 30, where Jesus feeds the 5,000. The apostles gathered around Jesus and reported to him all they had done and taught. Then, because so many people were coming and going that they did not even have a chance to eat, he said to them, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." Jesus said that. Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest. So this was a chaotic situation. A lot of people going. They had a busy day or two there or so. And he said, let's get away from here for a while, y'all. Let's just get away from all this madness and unplug for a while. Come with me. Can you imagine being in that group? That'd be something. But that's just a reminder that when in the chaos and the swirl and the spiraling that is going on, we have to remind ourselves to get away for a little bit and unplug. Maybe that's just for a few hours. Maybe it's for a day. Maybe it's for longer than that. Maybe it's for several days, if you can, to decompress, to unplug, to try to de-stress a bit and not get, and just step out of that whirlwind for a while. It'll be there when you get back, all right? It'll be there. I hope that's helpful. Let's stay busy. Take some time to rest, though. But do your things. Stay safe out there. Stay close to Jesus. God bless you. I'll see you soon.